Good day, everybody, and welcome to this K25 and K2 Cloud demo. My name is Arno van Rooyen, and I'm the founder and CEO of Velocity. And our goal is to ensure we apply smart techniques, best practices, and industry-leading K2 methodology to make every K2 project a success and to ensure we drive maximum ROI for K2 customers that invested in the K2 platform. So we'll be showcasing the new K25 platform today, and can I please ask you to use the chat facility on the webinar panel to ask questions throughout the webinar, and I will answer these in the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So it is exciting time for us here at Velocity because we get to share the new K25 features with customers, and we've been given exclusive access to some of the new features K2 ships with its new platform. So just briefly, who is Velocity? Well, we are a strategic K2 partner with over 16 years in-house K2 experience, and our obsession is to ensure we help people like yourself to be successful in every K2 project or K2 initiative in your organization. Velocity delivers K2 solutions that ranges from apps built in a few hours to larger strategic process-driven apps that reaches all corners of your enterprise business. So typically connecting people, processes, and information with each other. We bring smart business problem solving together with great technology to produce outcomes to our customers that increases their bottom line by reducing their operating costs, and we improve their ability to address business inefficiencies and generally to make workflow better in their organization. So Velocity has a diverse customer base and a very flexible professional services model, and we generally adapt this delivery model to be compatible with every customer's culture. Like I said, we've got a diverse range of customers from small charities needing assistance by the hour to big Fortune 500 multinational companies that need a strategic K2 partner to deliver long-term digital transformation initiatives using the K2 technology and re-engineered business models. So Velocity offers expert K25, K2 Cloud, and K2 Black Belt professional services, including K2 Center of Excellence establishment, K2 training, K2 support, and K2 Black Belt to K25 migration services. So it's here. K25 and K2 Cloud has finally arrived, and I'm very excited today to provide a glimpse into this new technology. There are a lot to unpack today, and in this preview I'll focus on some of the major new features of K25. So in today's webinar I will build a K2 app using the new K2 platform. I think there's no better way to show those that are new to K2 what K25 or K2 Cloud is all about, or those using Black Belt currently, how the K2 app creation journey looks like now using the new K25 software. So first of all, let's define a K2 app. There's a lot of reference made to it, but exactly what is a K2 app? Well, K2 apps are created on the K2 platform by business and IT people to help get work done quicker. So from the smallest contract approval app with some lightweight or light touch workflow to a very complex IT due diligence process, you can build all of these apps easy in K2 with no or little code. So why use K2 in the first instance? Well, because as a business user, you don't want to end up in the IT application development backlog, every time you identify the need for an app that will make your life easier or make you more productive. K2 can be used to quickly assemble these apps by configuring and running it on the K2 platform. So perhaps you're a technical developer or a IT leader and require hyper agility to adapt to changes in end user requirements during IT project delivery. You've got limited resources to build apps, and the expectation is to deliver in days rather than in weeks or months. K2 can be used to quickly assemble these larger complex apps by configuring and deploying it for use by end users. So both these businesses or business and IT personas in an organization need a capability to deliver and change at speed without the need to hire more people, develop endless lines of code, or create yet another Excel spreadsheet that causes frustration and ultimately imprisons data. Now, these are the exact conditions where K2 thrives. It really avoids non-technical users to reach for an Excel spreadsheet when having to manage or to get work done, or provide IT leadership the ability to turn months to weeks when delivering IT projects. So in all, K2 Apps brings business and IT closer together by allowing them to co-innovate. So now that we understand what a K2 app is and why it's beneficial, let's quickly talk about the K2 platform next. Now, the platform is the technology that allows business and technical people alike to build virtually an infinite number of K2 apps to streamline an organization's operations. So this platform, that's also known as K2 5 and K2 Cloud, provide organization the easy to use tools to build K2 apps with. So we also call these business apps. So what is in a platform like K2? Well, I said earlier, a business require people, processes, and information to be connected and be freely available. So work therefore needs to flow freely between people, and automating these process flows are critical to enable optimization and efficiency gains. So in a platform, we need a workflow orchestrator, and we need to be able to tell it how to orchestrate work. So K2 technology wise, or in the K2 platform, this is what we call the K2 process designer. And anybody can use this tool to create simple or very comprehensive, far-reaching automated business processes. So next we need data and information to drive our processes, and outcomes people produce while interacting with these processes. So think about data as records in your business, and information the meaningful insights you get when collating data and present it to people to make smart decisions that ultimately improves business performance. So data in K2 is represented by a simple concept called a smart object. It's smart because it hides complexity, especially around data sources or where data is sourced from. The K2 platform provides connectors to reach into virtually every data source out there, and make it available for consumption by K2 apps. So information about a working business, on the other hand, and its processes are presented to people using analytical reports in K2. These reports help people understand at any point where trouble spots in a business are and how to troubleshoot them to protect revenue and to serve customers better. So the final dimension is people. People need a space to go do work and get it done quickly. And K2 brings the process, tasks, data, and analytical reports together in a one place called the K2 Workspace, where people get to or go to get work done. So the K2 Workspace is fully mobile, so work can be done at any place, at any time. And this is truly or provides people the opportunity to make better decisions and spend more time on things that immediately matters or high priority items. So with the K2 Workspace, mobile virtual working is within reach of every employee, and the K2 platform provides the ability to develop apps to facilitate this smarter way of working. So now that we understand the benefits a platform like K25 provides, let's look at a practical example how to apply the K2 technology to build a quick app that helps a sales team manage new sales opportunities, and doing this without first reaching for an Excel spreadsheet or trying to manage this fully in Outlook. So during this app creation journey, we'll touch on the new K25 features and showcase how these work. So let's jump into the demo now. So first, let's look at the sales opportunity management scenario again. So our department wants to track new opportunities and progress them through the pipeline to closure. We are not ready for a full-blown Salesforce or application or CRM application because we're still figuring out what features we need in an opportunity tracker tool. So naturally, we start with Excel, and we define a few columns of interest of the data we want to track. So initially, we share the spreadsheet, and everybody contributes. So here I have an example of such opportunity tracker spreadsheet. This takes a few hours to assemble, and the team can quickly add more columns to manage the opportunities better. And as the spreadsheet grows, so does the need to manage it better or keep notes together and assign tasks to people to manage and pursue these opportunities that we're logging. So with this spreadsheet, you can manage this initially using Outlook, but soon it will become hard to track the tasks and activities that is associated with the opportunities we log with inside this Excel spreadsheet. So in essence, the solution can't scale. And at this point, organizations without K2 will reach out to IT to ask for a small system to be developed to manage opportunities. Wouldn't it just be great if you can open up a tool, quickly create a small data capture and management app based on the spreadsheet, and introduce some workflow automation to manage the tasks? And this is exactly what K2 allows you to do quickly, and this is what I'll be showing you today. For our opportunities, we will capture a few data points that's of interest in these columns. The imported column is the stage of the opportunity, as this will be the main one we change to track what stage the opportunity is at, and it drives the workflow process. So let's go ahead and build a data capture app in K2 that allows us to capture and manage opportunities and build automated processes to drive the opportunity management. So what I'm going to do next is open up K25 and create the smart object. Notice we have our own folder called Opportunity Manager that we create our app in. I'll call this our Opportunity Smart Object and add all the columns and what the category is, like the date, the currency, etc. etc. So I'll add these next. Remember, we simply want to tell K2 how our opportunity data record looks like, and this is the way to do it. The stage is a key column that we'll use to manage the workflow. For example, we will have new needs analysis, quoted, negotiate, closed win, and closed lost. When we are done, we can save it, and let's create an online form we can capture and manage our opportunities with. So I'm going to use the smart object now to design the view. I want the data in a list view to make it easy to view all of the opportunities. I've set some additional configuration to generate a view, and this is a fully working view as per my requirement. So once the view is generated, K2 lands us in the new K2 Smart Form Designer. I'll also set the format of the money columns to pound sterling. While we add it, add the sum to the deal amount and the expected revenue. I will also want to ensure we pick the deal owner from our network users list. I will configure this quickly now. We click on the edit control and change the control to a people picker. So let's go and tell the people picker where to source the data from. We use a pre-configured Active Directory data source in this instance, and I'll configure this now. Next, I want to ensure our stage is a drop-down list with the various states the opportunity can be in. We will want to send a new email to the sales team once our opportunity is logged, and also when we win or lose a deal. Again, the status column drive this. So we're going to go ahead and add new needs analysis, quoted, negotiate, closed won, and closed loss to the drop down. Next, let's click Finish to persist the view in K2. Now that we have our opportunity view, let's create a workflow process that emails us once a new deal is logged, and also when a deal is closed. So this is done using the new K2 Process Designer. You simply right-click and add a new workflow process. Call the workflow process Opportunity Management. This lands us in the design canvas. Let's build out the process. Once a deal is added, we want to notify the sales team. Once a deal is closed, we want to send out a notification to the team as well. So first, we need to tell the workflow where the opportunity is. We do this by adding a reference to the opportunity data smart object we added earlier. This is easy as we drag the smart object reference shape onto the canvas and connect it with start. Let's do that now. We click on the top expansion arrow and smart object, select our opportunity and drag on the opportunities smart object. Notice K2 badges it, as we will need additional config. Let's link the opportunity record to the workflow now. We do this using a reference and link the smart object and workflow by using a simple variable. The configuration was quite easy, and I have immediate access to the opportunity record in the workflow process now, and I'm ready to create orchestration and automate work. Next, I will add a decision block to enable 4 outcomes: a notification when a new opportunity is logged, one when it's closed and won, closed and lost, and also a task for the sales director to review the ones we've lost. Notice how easy it is to connect the shapes to build out the workflow process. So let's rename the lines to something meaningful to a business person. Now remember, we have a reference to the opportunity record now, and we just have to add 4 outcomes, 3 notifications, and 1 task someone will action. Let's go ahead and define the rules and link up the tasks so that the workflow can work. I'll do this now. So click on the decision shape and animate into the configuration. We then click on the custom rule, and this brings us into the new K2 rule configuration feature. We need to configure 3 outcomes. Let's deal with the new opportunity first. Open the reference and drag the stage field onto the rule configuration, type input and enter new. I'll repeat the process next for the deals we've won and lost. That's it. Let's go back to the designer and configure the email's bodies next. The notifications are configured very easily. We can easily adjust the wording of the email and drop in a mail merge of the opportunity data. I'll do this now. I'll add Dennis and Cody to our distribution list. Also, I'll use the smart object to tailor the subject and the body of the email. Let's repeat for the email notification when we win a deal next. And again, let's repeat for an email notification when we lost the deal. Let's now configure the task for the ones we've lost. We'll assign it to Dennis, our sales director. I'll configure the rules now for the decision and end the process then. I'll first configure an action, then set the task owner to Dennis. Let's tell K2 to send Dennis an email when he receives this review task. So that's it. We have a workflow that will drive our opportunity data status changes. So let's go ahead and publish it now. We simply click on File and then on Deploy. And that's it. Now we are almost done with our K2 Opportunity Management app. Let's connect the data capture with the workflow next. We do this by going into the Save Buttons rule and configuring it to start the opportunity management workflow once we save an opportunity. K2 will know what to do because we defined it in the workflow earlier. I'm configuring the save rule to start the workflow for the opportunity records once we save them. This time I will tell K2 to simply start the opportunity management workflow when we save the opportunity. So let's also link the opportunity record with the workflow process by configuring the opportunity ID. Let's finish off by clicking Finish and OK and Finish again. Finally, let's round this off by giving our app a professional look and adding the views onto a K2 app form ready to be tested. I'll add a header and a logo next, then a app form. So I'll simply create an app header and add a logo and app's name. Let's drop this in a table. Let's drag an app picture in and set it. Resize the table slightly to improve the layout. Drag an app label in and set it to, say, Opportunity Manager. Let's set its size and position as well to make it look decent. And we'll finish up now. So let's bring it all together now on a form with the header and the opportunity view. Let's create a new form called Opportunity Manager. Next, drag the header and opportunity view on it, and then save everything. We can then test the app next. So to bulk import the existing opportunities in our Excel spreadsheet, let's simply drop our spreadsheet into a location we configured K2 to listen to and to import our opportunity data. Once imported, let's open the app and see it in action. Notice all the data is imported and we can adjust and save it. We can now also create a new opportunity. I'll add the opportunity data and save it. Because it's a new opportunity, when I go to my Outlook, I will see the team has been notified of this opportunity. And this is both Dennis and Cody. So let's change this opportunity to 1 and see the email as well. I can easily change some of the imported ones as well to show this. Remember, the workflow orchestration does all of the automation for us. So what about closing but indicating we lost it? In this instance, a task is assigned to our sales director Dennis to review it. I'll go ahead and close this deal and show you Dennis's inbox again. So notice the notification and the task he needs to action. So let's take this app into version 2 now. Let's add a work list for all the users to be able to action tasks against opportunities. Let's also build out a generic ad hoc task workflow that will manage any opportunity task. So I'll jump back into the designer and add a opportunity task workflow. I'll associate the workflow with the opportunity data using the Smart Object reference. Next, I will set the folio of the workflow to include the deal's name and the task description. Next, we simply configure a task with a complete action. This will be captured in our K2 app and passed to the workflow. Let's save everything and deploy the process again. The only remaining item left is to create a simple form where we can capture the ad hoc task details and who to assign it to. I'll do this now. Let's go ahead and add a layout table next to house our controls. Next, drag in a label for task owner and a picker to be able to select a person that's the task owner. We configure the picker to allow users to be selected. Next, drag in a label for the task description and drag in a text area to add the task description as well. Next, drag a Save button onto the form. We now add a parameter called Opportunity ID so we can pass it into the workflow. Now we add a rule to start the Opportunity Task workflow. We do this by adding a rule on the Submit button, then selecting the Opportunity Task workflow and passing it the configuration. We simply map the Opportunity ID parameter to the workflow and map the task owner and task description to the workflow parameter. Let's add another action to close the view after the workflow is started. We simply finish up the form and now integrate it with our opportunities list. First, we will edit the opportunity view. Next, we add a new button called Add Task. This will open the opportunity task form where we input the task owner and the description and then call the workflow with these details. I'll add the rule to add this behavior. Next, let's configure it. Ensure we pass the Opportunity Smart Object ID to that of the view's Opportunity ID parameter. Let's finish up by clicking Finish and OK, and then Finish again to save the form. Finally, let's add a work list to our app to surface the user's task. So let's check out and edit the Opportunity Manager form again. Drop the worklist control onto the form at the bottom. Let's set the top margin to 40 pixels to create a nice layout. So let's quickly preview the app now. And that's it. The app looks great we have a great end-to-end K2 app that allows us to capture opportunities and to build out more and more capability as our requirements grows. And we're already on version 2 of this specific app. So let's run the app again. I'll click on an opportunity and click on new task, and I'll assign this task to the current user. I'll log a second task for another opportunity and assign it to the current user as well. Refreshing the task list shows me the tasks. We can go ahead and finish the tasks now. So this app shows us the art of the possible. Think about a scenario, and K2 provides the opportunity to make workflow better or to get things done faster. This app is a perfect example of having a capability that allows you to be agile without compromising quality or capability. This app can be turned also into an enterprise grade app that integrates with line of business systems, web services, and any other third-party services. The key takeaway here is to start small, go wide, automate as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and then go deep by making the apps more sophisticated. So let's look at the other powerful features of K25. Let's go and open the workspace first. This is the one place where you can have all of your K2 apps, reports, and tasks in one place. You can create as many workspaces as you need to group together apps that belong together, for example, by department, function, or security profile. So let's look at the K2 Management app next. This has been redeveloped to include category-based security. You simply click on a category and the security view loads and allows you to quickly break inheritance and set particular security permissions. The environment library has also been revamped slightly to improve usability. The OAuth and claims-based configuration is now under the authentication section. Workflow server is unchanged, and we just have a new look and feel and a slightly better user experience. The user section is interesting, especially the custom workspaces you can add. You can add as many workspaces as you need to group K2 apps together. You might want to generate a workspace for each department by line of business or by a specific security requirement. So let's look at how to add one. Now I'll simply just copy the default workspace and give it a new name. So next, let's just edit it. Let's run through some of the menu options and you'll see that they are fully customizable. I'm going to go ahead now and change a task icon. Let's change the My Forms to Marketing Forms to be more specific to a business unit. So notice the sales and marketing workspace is ready. This is a great feature as historically K2 Blackpill apps relied on users adding their locations to a browser favorite. So in summary, we covered a lot today and we focused on the new K25 features and how to use them to build an end-to-end K2 business app from scratch.